All right. Hi everyone, welcome back to another live stream. So I should be live, everything should be working. And yeah, welcome to another episode of the 1.9 new game series. Yeah, we just oops. Sorry, my bad. Let me see if everything is centered. Yeah, I think it should be. So yeah, welcome to again one of the probably the last live stream that I'm gonna do about the game. Very likely I'm gonna do just one more episode showcasing just getting the very last research, and I still need a lot to go, especially because I was considering whether to unlocking the self research is also something that I should be focusing on and I should be unlocking here in this series. I'm pretty sure that it is not actually a requirement, or if anything, it's just something extra. But I was thinking, maybe I could aim to do that. I think that this can be done even on endless, like as long as you don't play on like 6.3. I think this can be achieved even on cast maps. So in any case, I can just go ham, with one single tower. I can just make it to destroy tons of enemies, because the only threshold here is enemies killed by the tower itself. And I've been also getting some of these ones as I was completing the quests. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm wondering. And also there are some other upgrades which I haven't got yet, but that will be important for me to max out later on. Again, to be able to just have everything gold, everything maxed out. And also the prestige tree, these two right here, so the quest prizes one and the green papers bonus, and also the prestige ticket drop rate are not also counted in terms of the total research to be completed. So I'm talking here about towers and overall things that can be useful. There, these two ones are, in my opinion, are not even worth upgrading, other than maybe green papers, a little bit of them. But yeah, let's just keep going here. So I hope that some people will be able to connect, so you can just tell me how you are finding the series, if you really enjoyed it. And I've also got the very last trophy that I needed. That was the one on 5.7, I think. So right now I should have all the possible help in both my normal gameplays, so for leaderboards or overall, The only last trophy that I need is the Master Trophy, which is the one that you unlock once you complete all the quests. In terms of quests, let me just check here how far I am. I've actually done 599 out of 1247, so I'm still even lower than 50%. So yeah, that's quite bad. Now remember that when you wanna aim, you wanna go for the quest completion, you have to reset the star tree. And you have to unlock this one, because this gives you one additional quest slot that you can complete at once. Plus the fact that one quest can be auto replaced for every gameplay. And again, that can help you to progress a little more quickly if your goal is maxing out the quest, which again, I don't think I will try to do, maybe by my own, but I've already done this on my other accounts. So I have other accounts where I have also maxed all quests, and I've also got the Master Trophy. Let me just check what the Master Trophy does, though. This should be the last one that I did, full endless. So the Master Trophy here awards prestige ticket drop rate 10%, beat the drop rate 10%, and another auto quest completion. So it's kind of sad that we get it after you max out all the quests, right? As if now that you get it, you can just reset it. You can get all these prestige tickets, right, from the 100%, and then you can redo them again. But in this case, you can do them a little bit more quickly because you have an additional quest that can be replaced, other than the one that you get from the research itself. So this is how the research looks like once you max it out all. And you can see that even in this particular account, I don't have all the surf research out. You can see here, multi-shot just 3 out of 6. Missile here 2 out of 6. Laser 0, and the Gauss just 5 out of 6. 1, sorry, out of 6. So yeah, even on this account, I didn't got all the surf research. But everything else is done. And of course, the developer trophy is the one that you unlock once you get this upgrade. But remember that then you have to reset and reload your past save in order for the game to be saved again, because on the developer mode you can just change lots of stuff. So just remember that this trophy doesn't give anything. So so here, just the idea. So these particular passives are not really that relevant for me at the moment. You can see that it doesn't give you any particular in-game advantage other than some passives buffs, you know, for prestige the drop rate, beat the drop rate, and the quest completion. So I guess it's not really that important that I don't have that particular trophy at the moment. And yeah, other than that, yeah, they just keep progressing here. I'm trying currently to max out the starting coins. You can see I got it to 11 out of 255. And right now it's like super expensive. Like it's 1.5 thousand beat this, just one single upgrade. And I'm also running low on Infer. And yeah, so like I'm spending lots and lots of resources there. But anyway, let's just go. Let me just check if I have anything that I can buy here. No. Let's see the beat dust bonus. Yeah, unfortunately it's on level 2.2, so this is bad. So when this happens, you don't want to play it on the level because it's not worth it. So I'm gonna just go for the cash farming, and yeah, hope that some people can join in. Yeah, actually I can just keep playing like this. I have slightly changed my strategy now that I can start with more coins, of course. I have just adapted it a little bit more. So yeah, that's just the thing, you know, about the strategy. So just remember that you want to have the bonus here, double time, active always. When there are 1 or 2 seconds left, you want to activate the next wave, so you always have that passive active, and you have the extra 25% rate of loot, which is really what makes it makes the strategy even better than 6.3. The modifiers here. Yeah, here we go. Super simple. I don't place the freezings right now because I've seen that when I place freezings, it looks like it delays a little bit the appearance of only legendary loot. I don't really know why that happens, but yeah, I've seen that interaction was weird, and so yeah, I've decided to avoid doing that. So again, around wave 12, that's when loot should become only legendary. And you can see also this basic miner is maxed out right now, so there we go. Let's see. Yeah, still not. So let me just do this very quick here, and that should be auto wave now. Yeah, nice. And now spawning one ball lightning and one actually smoke bomb. That's the little change that I did. And then placing here, just zooming in a lot to place freezings, then getting them like level 8, I think is fine. And then the first ability for all of them, again, just increasing the percentage damage. And then again here, another ball lightning, wave 55, and another smoke bomb. So that's the main difference that I've done compared to the past. So rather than using 2 ball lightnings, I use 1 ball lightning and 1 smoke bomb. So in that way, 1 single ticket just survives for longer. And also smoke bomb like deals instant damage compared to ball lightning, which is kind of a more not really instant damage because you damage only 1 enemy, or like up to 3 enemies at once, if I remember correctly. Let me just read here the description, but I'm pretty sure that it will be like that. So ball lightning here, yeah, 3 nearest enemies. So it's not instant. It says smoke bomb is all the enemies in the area, so that's why it's better. But yeah, that's pretty much the start here that I'm doing on the cast map, you know, to farm beat this. That's level 5 here, getting the abilities. Yeah, here we go. And then just upgrading it. So yeah, 2 seconds left, like 1 second left. It's fine. Alright, level 10 here, good. Modifiers, power here, already placing lots of stuff. Again, I'm leveling up a little more the miners, so in that way my basic can reach level 150, right where the only legendary enemies come out. So I don't need to, I can already sell these other modifiers, and I can place already more damage, more power, and I can just make it a lot stronger. So that's the main reasoning behind. Here we go. So yeah, here we go. And just waiting this, and then spawning on legendary. Here we go. Nice. Oh yeah, more lightning here, and smoke bomb. So I just zoom in because otherwise the loot icons just don't let me see the platforms. So that's the main reason why I'm zooming in. Wave 55, here we go, another ball lightning and another smoke bomb. Yeah, I've placed the second smoke bomb a bit worse. Right, but as long as you cover all the entrances of the portals, that's fine. So this particular wave configuration makes it that there are more enemies, like, so the gameplay is actually slightly longer. I think that I changed the one portal. It was this one. I removed a portal that had toxic enemies and I placed one that didn't. But it's like kind of making me like the waves are different, and so yeah, I don't. Yeah, let me just place again the one I had before. Yeah, I think it was that one. No, wait, it was one with fighters. Always a portal with fighters. So, or maybe it was this one. Or maybe this one. Yeah, I didn't see it before. No, wait, this one is the one I had, right? Yeah, this one is the one I had. So let's just go for this. Now this one is without fighters. So then by elimination, one doesn't have any fighters. One has it, and one it was like the one that I placed before. So I guess this is the one that I need to place. Yeah, the first wave though is different. Yeah, I don't know. Let me just check if the wave configuration now is better. So yeah, I don't really care about anything else. If I have lots of fighters, that's good, because fighters normally you spawn a lot of them and you have double loot. The external layer plus the internal layer. Alright, here we go. So everything is exactly as before. It's just a wave configuration that's different. So let's hope maybe this wave configuration is better. Again, more fighters, so that's good. I'm spawning way more fighters than before, so I'm happy about that. Good. Here. Oh yeah, I reached level 150, my bad. Alright, here we go. So let's zoom in. Oh yeah, true that I need to do this first. Okay, and level 8. Yeah, actually, maybe I can disable now the loot icons because of the fact that I already know when to spawn the timer for the only legendary. So I think I can just avoid that, right? And I can still make it. Let's see if the enemies here are gonna be destroyed a little bit more quickly. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best. 2-9, yeah, it's still almost the same. Yeah, whatever. The wheel configuration though, early on, it was better. So I think I'll just take it. And so as you can see here, because I'm using just 1-1, I can just do like 15 gameplays like that without having to use another ability ticket. So that's why I like this particular strategy. And yeah. And just keep going, you know. Oh, oops, I forgot to get it level 2. This one. whatever. So yeah, basic is not really that good against fighters. You can see only 25% efficiency, but that doesn't matter because you're still gaining lots of loot. In these early waves, my basic is super strong. Enemies do not have really that much HP, and so yeah, I can handle them pretty easily anyway. So here I just spawned the wave a little bit too late, but as long as you have this passive almost always active, it's good. So even if you miss a couple, shouldn't be a problem. Alright, wave 9. So yeah, maybe I can, if I disable the loot icons though, I think I'm gonna play, yeah, see here now that the loot became only legendary much faster. So yeah, I don't know why that happens, you know? I don't really know why happens that sometimes the loot becomes only legendary a bit earlier than usual, even though I'm always doing the same stuff, right? You can see that I'm always doing the upgrades, I'm always placing the same things. Maybe there is a slight difference of like a couple seconds between like the upgrades when exactly I get the upgrades, but other than that, everything is the same. So I don't know what's causing the change here. Metaphor. Nice. So yeah, you can see there that actually maybe I used a little bit more time because of the fact that I ended up wasting like those 2-3 seconds. So yeah, this was faster for the reason I started doing the fast wave sooner. So, the loot became only legendary sooner. So I don't know. I don't really know what's behind this kind of weird differences on loot becoming only legendary a little bit faster, a little bit sooner sometimes if you just skip a couple waves. Yeah, just weird. So yeah, there might be a couple of differences in terms of, for example, when exactly I get the upgrades or stuff like that, but other than that is I'm always doing the same things. So I don't really know why there is sometimes this difference on loot becoming only legendary. Maybe it's the modifiers. Maybe if I place them later, it's better. Maybe, I don't know. It's just weird. So wave 10, I'm gonna place the damage modifiers. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait a bit more to place them. I don't know if that's relevant, but let's just do it like that. So here we go. Let's place them right now. And let's see if at wave 11 already the loot is only legendary. Yeah, see? Again. Yeah, that's just a little bit weird. Let me just place again here. So sometimes when you're at wave 11, enemies will not be only legendary. So if you just click auto wave, you lose a lot of efficiency for the reason that you're mining, you're still getting lots of epic loot rather than having only legendary. But as I said before, it looks like the issue might be a slight difference in terms of when exactly you get the modifiers or the upgrades. Very hard to tell. And here we go, the wave is finished. I didn't even place that small bomb that correct, but now this looks like it's pretty consistent. So I'm using before I said just one, I'm actually using 2 because I'm using one at wave 20 and then I'm using another wave 55. So it's like 2 usages of both lightnings and 2 smoke bombs. So in total you can do like 7 games using just one ability ticket. Then you just need to refresh. Now normally when I need to refresh, I just stop and yeah, I don't know why I'm saving here. I open whatever I got in terms of chests, keys, and then I spend the bid disc. So that's normally what I do after these 6-7 gameplays. They are super short because again, the gameplays don't really last that much. You get lots of bid discs, every round you could see there like 3200, 3300, sometimes more, sometimes less. It's just RNG. Let me see here if I can just refresh this one. Green peppers, yeah, here, this one. Just spending the one for green peppers. Remember, you need resources at this stage, so try not to buy the chests or the things that are resource based, so they're gonna cost resources. So open these ones. I'm not really bothering here about the tiles anymore. You can see I'm just stacking them up, it's fine. And then now let's see here, let's continue on this particular upgrade. Actually, I ran out of Inferior. Okay, so that's good because I can actually show you how I farm normally Inferior. Now here I have a lot of Matrix, as you can see here, Tensor, and therefore I could craft these resources already without having to farm them. I can use this method, right? I craft first Tensor using Matrix, and then I craft Inferior using Tensor. Let me just check here how many more resources I'm gonna need. Like Matrix, how much I'm gonna need? 14.7 million. Tensor is 10.5 million. Okay. So I'm gonna need actually a bit more Matrix and Tensor, so maybe I can do just once here Tensor, like that. And then I can do it 1, 2, yeah, maybe just one more time. And 3, maybe 4, yeah, 4, like that. So that gave me 1 million, I think, Inferior, just like that, you know, with this process. So again, I think that at this stage of the game is something extra that you can do so that you don't have to go into the levels and farm the actual resources with the bonus level as many times, because again, you're already getting lots of resources from opening the chest, from just playing the game. And so yeah, remember, the crafting process is very quick, and it's pretty useful. So here we go, I got it here, 223, 1.75 thousand. With this, just one level, it's insane. So let's save now. I've done all the upgrades, and unfortunately here the bid this particular bonus doesn't seem to be changing, so I don't know why, because again, lots of time has passed in game since because of all the customs I've been doing. Of course, I think it does not add to maybe 1 hour, but still it looks like it's not really that much. So here I should have even more coins at the start, so maybe I can still get this one 400. I still need lots of coins. I don't think I will be able to get it. Let's go just level 5 here. And level 2. Here, nice. Okay. And now let's just upgrade it. So I'm gonna do just one more gameplay here with this particular setup. And then I'll see if the loot becomes, again, only legendary at wave 11. I'm gonna then disable the loot, so I'm gonna be able to see clearly what's happening, what's going on, and you're gonna see that the gameplay is much more smooth, because again, you can actually see the enemies, you can see what's happening, rather than having to see of all the loot being obtained. And again, here I placed the modifiers a little bit sooner than before. Let's see if that makes a difference or not. Wave 10. That should be wave 11 now. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Then the loot now is not legendary, so now it's only legendary. So yeah, it's just weird. And thankfully, I can see again. All right. Just a first ability here. But I'm gonna disable the loot anyway. I think it's gonna be fine, even if I don't see exactly what's going on. Should be able to still earn it, you know, and to be almost, if not all, but it's almost all legendary. I'm gonna always wait maybe wave 12. If I wait wave 12, I can guarantee that it's always gonna be legendary, so it shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, let's just do that. You're gonna see now the gameplay is gonna be much more smooth here. It was actually slow duration. I think I messed up something. But anyway, let's just stop here. No, wait, this is the loot icon. All right, here we go. Ah, so good. See how enemies are killed instantly? There are no icons and you can see everything that's happening. So good. I mean, I like it. I can focus on the gameplay a lot more in this way. I can see actually what's happening. So again, let's wait here for the modifiers. Why not? I'm gonna wait wave 10 to place them. I will not need to zoom in anymore with this because now I can see clearly what's happening. All right, here we go. So again, let's wait just for sake of it. Let's just wait wave 12 to spawn the instant wave like that. I don't know if the loot was only legendary. I hope it will be. Boom. Nice. Yeah, look at that. So smooth now. You can see everything. You don't have anything in the way. There we go. And you can actually see the bosses, because right now, before it happened, that very likely there were so many things happening that you couldn't even see the bosses correctly. So you can see them now getting completely obliterated. Boom, just like that. Yeah, the other smoke bomb doesn't even go out until like wave 70. And when you see the enemies appearing, let me see if I've destroyed all the other ones, and boom. So I hope that the loot was only legendary. You can see the gameplay was slightly faster. Yeah, it looks like it was. So I'll take it. And yeah, just to repeat this process again, remember this particular strategy is just the most efficient one. Because you just get a little bit more bits per time that you play than on 6.3. So just why it's best to use it. Here we go, level 10. Let's wait here to place the modifiers again. A wave 10, why not? I don't know if it's related to the loot or anything, but let's just do it that way. All right. Wave 10, here we go. $11 and $12. All right, here we go. Nice. Just taking here a look at the total coins so that I can make it level 8. Here we go. Nice. First ability. Good. Oh, hello, Uriel Rodriguez. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, that's it. Very simple. Look at the enemies. Whenever you see the enemies like icons on the road, right? Walking, that means that you have reached the you have destroyed all the enemies on the waves before. All right, here we go. And yeah, just keep going here until I need to use one more ability ticket. Then I'll check for the upgrades. I have just disabled the loot icons, Uriel, so that's why this gameplay looks very weird, but I'm actually earning loot here. I just disabled them to be able to see more clearly what's happening. But yeah, this is the custom map farming that I actually showed you on the last episode. Last episode, I actually I showed you a little bit more insight on this. So again, if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. I will be more than happy to pause to maybe show you. Maybe I can show you also a farming on a level, resources. Maybe I can do that. There we go, good. And then wave 12, boom. Just making smoke bomb covers all the portals entrance, so enemies like are instantly one shot. And you can see that I'm also keeping the miners and the modifiers just because of the fact that I don't really need any extra coins. I can just leave them there. It will not change really anything. So boom, a little bit more damage. This is the damage my basic has with all these increased stats, 2.2 million. And this is it. Again, just taking a look at destroying all the last enemies, and boom. And yeah, I'm earning right now pretty consistently like 3,100 bits. So it's actually a little bit lower than what I was earning before. And I'm trying to think why. This portal is the same as this one, right? Yeah, it's the same. That's weird. This one doesn't have any fighters. This is the one I tried because it doesn't have any toxics, but again, the wave configuration, I didn't like it. But yeah, I was earning a little bit more with this, so that's weird. So maybe I can try again. Maybe I can try this one. That doesn't have any fighters, but let's see. Yeah, I think this was the portal I had because I remember this wave configuration. I remember it exactly as it was. I think this was the one I used before. It had healers and it had light enemies. I guess this was the portal I had. So it was weird, I didn't realize it didn't have any fighters inside. That was weird, I didn't realize that. I'm gonna follow the same principle though. And then I'll check if I earn too much of the epic loot. If that happened, then I'm gonna just revert to the previous portal. I had a bit better wave configuration at the start of the game, but maybe not so good at the end. Maybe that's also another reason. Wave 12 and boom, insta. Alright, here we go, nice. Yeah, this one is not exactly on top of this portal, the smoke bomb. But it should be fine. Maybe I can place it here, right? Yeah, a bit closer to the left now. With double smoke bomb, but that's why killing metaphor is so easy. Alright, here we go. Just last couple of waves. So I'm just taking a look at the bidders. I know that bidders is kind of sometimes the RNG, makes it earn a bit more, sometimes a bit less. But I consistently, like before, I was consistently earning not that much, like 3,100 here, 3,100, 3,100. So it became kind of very consistent on the low side. And I didn't like that, so that's why I opted to change portal. And it looks like this one works a little bit better. Let's see. Let's do a couple gameplays and then let's compare the results. But I'm pretty sure it should be a little bit better. Maybe it's just the wave configurations like at later on in the game that are good, you know, close to wave 70, 75. Those waves might be good, and that's why the overall result was better. All right. Oh yeah, you had a question here, Uriel. I'm gonna just end the gameplay and then I'm gonna read it, so that I don't have to pause here in the game. That's the only reason why. I wanna just keep the flow. All right. Yeah, here wave 10, spacey modifiers. This. And wave 12. Here we go. Nice. Good. Unfortunately, you cannot like bulk place a tower. For example, you cannot hold the key, and then place on the same tiles, like the same tower, like kind of in a row. You can't do that. But anyway, just my a bit of a thought pattern. Yeah, maybe this one was a little bit close to the top, but whatever. As long as I kill Metaphor before it goes outside the range of a smoke bomb, that's fine. So in that way I don't lose any more time with the ball laughing trying to kill it, you know? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the waves, like when the brute spawns the second time, I think it's just faster. So that's why the gameplay is a little bit shorter. Okay, so let's read the comment here. Hey, I have a question from Uriel. I've been watching the series, and thanks to your advice, I already have loot frequency 6 and loot rarity 4. Okay, nice. Very well. My question is it better to increase the overall damage of the research tree, or focus on the individual damage of the towers for farming at level 6.3? Now, in my opinion, like at least what I did, was that I focused mostly on... Because I think that for a very big part of 6.3, I didn't really use like I didn't have my towers that were that strong. Again, because of the fact that the unique mechanics of 6.3, I wasn't really spawning that many enemies, so I had my splash, which was level 30, I think. I mean, no, wait, it was just level 10, then level 15, then slowly as I got more research, more bidders, I was able to get a level 20, getting a little bit more of the abilities, using the research tickets to unlock the ability, especially the ultimate. The ultimate having max reaction length, having the maximum splinters, also very important, and just having overall a bit better stats on splash. But then I didn't go only for splash. I go for splash. I also got a bit more freezing. I went for anti-air, for crusher, and also a bit on multi-shot, just because of the fact that I could earn a little bit more coins through its second ability. And I remember I used these 5 towers pretty consistently. You can go in my series back when my loot frequency and rarity were a bit lower, and you probably would have seen me doing that. Again, because your overall research right here, your mining speed modifier is low, your infra mining speed is low, you don't really spawn that many enemies. And so, yes, your loot is low, but again, the amount of enemies you need to destroy is not that high. And so in my opinion, you don't need that many offensive upgrades. But yeah, individually, I would say that you need to focus on specific towers rather than just focusing on all the towers. Just go for the ones that you need on 6.3. And also on the general stats here, remember having a little bit more damage increases the damage by all towers. So that's also good. The upgrade price reduction also very good to save coins in upgrading your towers. A bit more range also is useful. I also, something that I went for very early is the max tower experience level. Again, each level here gives 5 experience levels, and instead these ones are specifically for just one tower and only give it 2. So in that way I was able to get my towers to level up a lot more for free pretty much, and it was for all of them. So again, this is something that I found to be pretty useful. And then some overall stats, like also a little bit more attack speed, it's very nice. Having enough HP that you don't lose right away, even if some enemies sneak past, it's also good. And then slowly, you know, I got my coin generation and my starting coins upgraded, you know, just a bit more steady than it was before, like level 5, then level 10, level 15, then starting coins was a bit higher than that. And then eventually, you know, as you get more resources, and you always need to adapt your gameplay. You know, once you reach maximum endless difficulty right here, and you just need to adapt your towers depending on the amount of inferior mining speed and modifier mining speed that you get. So once you start spawning too many enemies that you see your towers struggle because there are too many, that's when that means that you need to upgrade a bit more your splash, a bit more your anti-air, especially, you know, level 10, the level ability and the ultimate. Very, very important to do massive amount of damage. You can check that in my episodes, you know, in my videos. And also freezing, you know, having more range, being able to do a little bit more of percentage damage on the enemies is also nice. Also being able to slow them down more quickly. Also Crusher, being able to hold up the enemies, you know, very important here, unlocking this one here capacity as quickly as possible so you can hold as many enemies inside. And again, for these particular upgrades, you can see that I end up using research tickets because again, they were pretty expensive at that stage. I didn't have that many bids, and so I end up always, or most of the times for the most expensive ones, using research tickets. And again, that was how I got them. And as you can tell here, if I try to reset them, you can see that I got the research tickets on. And then even here, I got research tickets. Even on this one, I think. Yeah, I cannot even do this one, but I cannot show you. Here, I think I didn't got any. Yeah, I just got it with the resources themselves. Probably here also I got some. Yeah, resource tickets spent. Maybe here as well. Yeah, 9 actually here. And here, 5. Again, because these upgrades were pretty expensive, and that's why I ended up using the research tickets to be able to get them without having to get the actual resources. But yeah, that's just my answer. Sorry if it was a bit too long. But yeah, I would say that you don't want to focus on all the towers, just focus on the ones that you need of 6.3. In my case, it was like Splash, Crusher, Freezing, Anti-Air, and Multi-Shot, those 5. But you can go even for the other ones, you know. You just go for whatever you prefer. And then just upgrade those towers. You can upgrade a little bit the journal stats, remember? Because again, that helps all the towers that you also going to use 6.3. And then depending on when you start getting more mining speed, you spawn more enemies, you just get more damage on the towers as when you see that you can't handle the enemies anymore. So that is what I would do. Okay, here, yeah, I got all the chests and everything upgraded. I got 19.8 bids total these runs, and this was enough to get to 35. Again, 20 more levels here to go. So that means that I can earn another 200 coins from the start, and that would be maxed out. Let's save. Remember that the cast map time is actually counted on your total. And now let's see if the bonuses still are on the same level. Yeah, still on the same level. Still 2.2. It might be that unless I actually play a level, it might not change. Maybe that's the reason why it's always stuck on the same one. I don't know. Yeah, I can do one more gameplay here. Should be able to have a little more coins now at the start. Oops, my bad. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Same strategy as always. Right path. Remember, you need the power after level 10 as quickly as possible. That is what makes your basic to do a lot of damage. And at the moment, I'm generating energy fast enough that I can actually do this, you know, that I can use the smoke bomb plus the ball lightning 2 times and having enough energy to do that. Here, boom. All right, so placing now the modifiers. Nice. And wave 12, boom. Oops. No. I messed up the balance here, but should be fine anyway. Sometimes with the hotkeys, you know, I get confused or I click something wrong. Alright, here we go. And the extra damage. Wave 55. When the boss gets out range of the smoke bomb, that's when I use the other ball lightning. I think that's what I'm gonna use as a reference. Alright. And boom. 3200 beat this round. Yeah, not bad. Maybe I'm already, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe I have too many things. I have so many items that maybe that's why the game is like kind of bugged out and it's not giving me like enough beat this because maybe I have the storage too large. So let's just do something very quick. Let's just delete yeah, the epic and the legendary ones. Yeah, just like that. Boom. Nice. Yeah, I have the portals here. It's fine. These ones I wanna save. Also the base, I have already maxed them out, so that's good. Also the music tiles and even the portals, right? Yeah, 500. So I shouldn't be earning any of that on them. And yeah, let's keep going here. So again, just changing something to see if anything happens, you know, on the loot. Oops, my bad. Alright, and just upgrading now. Zooming out. Get this 1, 2, 3 right away. Here, nice. Wave 8. In case you're wondering, I'm placing 8 portals here and not like 6 or 4 for the reason that in this way I can spawn as many enemies as possible and therefore the waves are much faster. Like all the enemies are released at once. Why it's already level up here? Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why my tower reached. Yeah, I got confused there. Why my basic has already gone level 150 so fast. Yeah, I don't know. That surprised me. Okay, we got level 8. Nice. When the boss is outside the range, boom, now. Damage. I still need the ball lightning. Do you know why? Because of the toxic enemies. Because toxic enemies are immune, of course, to poison, so they're immune to smoke bomb. Yeah, here we go. I got now maybe it was RNG, but I got 3396 bit. That's a bit more on the higher end. So yeah, maybe that was good. That's a good change. Selling all those not used tiles. One, two. Level 10. Level 8 here. Okay, just waiting wave 10 to place the modifiers. Wave 10, good. This 150, okay, selling that. Boom, and wave 12, auto wave, nice. Here, ball lightning, smoke bomb, and the freezings, nice. As you can see, like the more you play the gameplay, the more smoothly you start doing things. Because again, you just get used at the process. All right. Again, here ball lightning when the boss gets outside the range. Boom. Damage. All right, nice. And the gameplay over. This one was pretty fast. Let's see, 2 minutes and 5. Again, 3300 beat this. Guess that's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, it has reset, but again, no green peppers. Items available for green peppers. That's sad. That's very sad. Let's just keep going, I guess. Yeah, I can do it a couple more times before I need to get the ability ticket, so let's just keep doing that. Zooming in and zooming out. Yeah, within 1 or 2 seconds, it's should be fine. So yeah, I know that this process is kind of boring, and that's why, like, normally at this stage, once the beat this on the actual levels resets, normally, like, I try to go for one level where I farm beat this on an actual level, which is a little bit different gameplay. Again, I want to show you here on the live stream how I do it. So I hope that after these couple gameplays, the bonuses are gonna change. They're gonna be on another level. If they're not, then I'm gonna just do one level. Just to change, you know, and then I'm gonna just go for it. And boom, now here. Nice. Percentage damage. Nice. If you get 8 freezing towers with the first ability, you do a total of 48.9, right? I think it is 48.9% more damage. Just because of freezing's first ability and the fact that you can stack it up to 8 times. So that's why it's so good, and that's why you wanna use it. And boom. Yeah, 3200 here beat this. Yeah, but it's around 3300, so I guess it's fine. So let's do it. I mean, let me just check if the levels have changed. No. Okay, so I think that until I play on an actual level, these bonuses will not change. So let me just exhaust here the abilities. And yeah, then I'm gonna just switch, so the gameplay is gonna be just slightly different, because otherwise, you know, always the same is kind of boring, and even myself, you know, I get bored. So in that way, just changing things up, doing an actual level, you know, the farming is different, so that's why it's good to change, and it's even more efficient if you find the bonus of the bonus beat this on like levels from stage 4 at the end of stage 3 onwards, because of the portal difficulty. So it's even greater, it's even better than doing this over and over. Of course, in the meantime, you can do this. It's still very quick, very fast. But yeah, it can get boring over time. Wave 10 here. Almost forgot. Here, 150, nice. And auto wave, good. Nice. 4,000 should be enough already, right? Yeah, even a little bit less than 4,000. Already at 3,600. I should have enough coins to be able to upgrade all the phrasings level 8 and at once, you know. Here and here. Good. Nice. Yeah, I can do 3 more gunplays because I have 7 left abilities here. And end the game. Good. 3,300 again. Okay, I'll take it. So let's just stop now. Let's open all this. You can see that now I got, of course, still the tiles, and I'm gonna start stacking them up again. But the fact that I saw all the previous ones, maybe, you know, it did something. Maybe not, probably not. And also another thing that you keep stacking up are the lucky shot tickets. And unfortunately, these ones you can't even sell. Like here, you can only use them, but you cannot sell them. And so yeah, you're just stuck at getting a ton of them. And yeah, it's just it. So let's go here again, 17.9 thousand bits. And just for 5 levels, because again I lack Infer. So that's actually very good, because now I can just show, I can farm Infer for 1 gameplay. I can hopefully then change these bonuses that are stuck here and haven't moved in a ton of time. And then I can show you a level farming bits actually using the exploiting the bonuses. Hopefully this bonus will move to stage 4 onwards level, and so I will be able to show you that. So here Uriel has another question. I discovered how to see the unsaved playtime thanks to the changes in 6.3. If you look at the developer mode research, you can even see the playtime in 6.3. Developer mode research. You mean this number here? This number actually is the playtime even excluding 6.3. So this is the current playtime if you don't consider the speed in the game that you can increase. Because if I look here in the statistics, if I go to all time, see here, that is the same number on the all time statistics, 301 hours, and the real playtime is 79 hours. And that's exactly what you see right here, right? And therefore, this number here on the developer mode doesn't take into consideration 6.3 time. Again, this is not considering all the time of 6.3. Otherwise, I would be way above it, I'm pretty sure. Because at my real playtime, I think it's almost double at this stage. I think it would be like 140 hours, 145 hours, actually in-game time. And if you check out my other accounts, you can see here that in my fastest progression here, before 1.9 was 147 hours. But this was before when 6.3 was counted as time. So even considering that now the progression is a little bit slower, so probably it took more time for me to max out everything, but still it would be at least, you know, this time. So it would be at least 150 hours, and therefore I will argue that yeah, this does not take into consideration 6.3, and so yeah, that's just it. It's unfortunate, but I think it's not counted anywhere. I don't know if there is a way to actually see it and see the actual time that you played, unless you go like to Steam and you search on Steam, for example, the time that you played the game in the last maybe 1 year, and then you check that particular time, the time you spent in game, which is not always when you're playing, right? When you are doing the research, this particular time does not count on the progression, because the timer is stopped, but it still counts on Steam. So it might be that on Steam it's hyper exaggerated, so it's a way too big number, which is actually lower than your actual gameplay time. But I think the Steam very likely is a little bit more reliant on actually seeing how much time you have taken into playing the game. But anyway, let's just do this. So let's farm now. Infer is gonna be on 6.3 actually, the bonus Infer, so that's interesting. So because on 6.3, I think I can actually go for maximum difficulty here. I don't need to decrease the difficulty. So yeah, let's just do that. 6.3, let's get all the abilities. I have the correct ones, right? Now, when you farm resources, remember, you want to have overload, you want to have loop, and then specifically though on 6.3, I think I'm gonna switch. Because I want the gameplay to last as long as possible at the end, right? At the end. So normally something useful that you can do is to use Blizzard and to make it last as much as you can, which is like 28 seconds if I remember correctly, if you just reach it level 50, which is a lot less than it was before, but still it's better than nothing. But I mean, yeah, whatever, let's just not do it that. Let's just not do that. My towers now are a lot stronger, so I have to be careful about killing the boss. I could kill the boss super quickly here. So now my, which strategy I'm going to use here though? I still need something to destroy the enemies though. So let's get a Crusher and Splash, definitely there. I would like to use anti-air, but I think it's gonna do too much damage with explosions. So maybe just this, just freezing. I have lots of coins at the start, so I can place already these two miners with the modifiers right away. I can even go for this too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do most of my damage here in this top right place. So in that way, the boss will receive as little damage as possible, and therefore I can still get, you know, and destroy all the enemies. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I hope this is gonna be enough. I have disabled loot, yeah. Maybe I can place some more crushers though, like here, for example, and here. This, yeah. Also, something useful is to decrease the speed of the boss, right? So I'm gonna try to go for it. Yeah, here we go, to make the boss to move as slowly as possible right away. That should help. Let's go here for these crushers so that I can generate even more coins. All right. Now what to do here? Can actually place more of these ones. Maybe upgrading all the miners level 1. I'm gonna man Infer, right? Is my main priority. So I don't really care about the other enemies. I just care about Infer. So let's go for level 3 here. I will not go for the ultimate yet. And let's go for maximum here. Crusher level. Maximum level here. So this Crusher should be able to crush the enemies. I'm generating lots of coins anyway, so I don't think I need to go any further than that. I can place here this. Powerful. Just more range. Here and here, yeah, bonus coins. Score, yeah. Why not? And yeah, let's start maxing out the Infer in the left. The one in the right, I don't know if it's good to max it because I don't want to have too many enemies I can stack up, you know. But I might have to. Let's go for, yeah, here. Oops, some enemies can sneak through. Let's just upgrade this splash a bit more. Yeah, already I think there are too many enemies here. I don't want to use the ultimate though on splash. Maybe we could just get level 6 and maybe it will not damage the boss too much. It just hits halfway through here. So maybe that's fine. Let's go level 10 here. And I haven't even used the 15 overloads, which I'm gonna do here in a moment. But I really need this. And let's go for this. Yeah, I want to unlock first the speed here. And then I'm gonna go for the 15 overloads. I'm gonna hope that my splash will be enough. In any case, I can still upgrade it a bit more. And I can get some more stuff. The boss is here. I should be spawning also some healers. So I should be able to even heal up the boss in case it's needed. Like that. And let's go for 15 overloads. Alright. So. Yeah. Level 10 here. Yeah, no way this is enough. I mean, I still have something I can use to my advantage, which is smoke bomb. And I can place it like right here. So I can even hit the enemies as they're coming from the other side. Right, yeah, that's good. That's good, that's good. And well, these enemies, because I'm spawning so many, they will probably get a ton of HP. Let's go for this middle path now. But I will not be able to use loop though. I will not be able to use loop for the very simple reason that loop yeah. I just don't have enough energy. That's unfortunate. Maybe I place it too close to the left here. If I lose the stacks of overloads, it's just bad. Yeah, I'm gonna lose them. Yeah. My bad. I messed up. Yeah, I only have 4. Yeah, I messed up. Whatever. Yeah, you actually... I need to do the... I use the overloads later on. In order for me to have more... more energy. And therefore be able to use loop. And then use the smoke bombs more efficiently. So I guess it was a good idea of getting the miners maxed out. But then I had to just wait more. I guess I just did it too quickly. But yeah, whatever. I can try again, actually. Because I haven't really spent that much time there, so I can try again. I think the overall idea is good. It's just that once I have overloads, even if I have splash here, it doesn't matter. Like, enemies are just too strong. So I guess the splash is useful just for the beginning, but then that's it. I'll try also to avoid placing, you know what, the enemies, the tensor enemies. Because here I think this is where the armored are spawned. And even the Scarlet one is the armored. So once I get going, I'm gonna just exchange these modifiers and I'm gonna just sell them. So in that way I don't have armored anymore, and I don't have that particular thing that will complicate the gameplay itself. So yeah, just adapting, you know. So let's just go right away for this freezing. At level 8, yeah, maximum slow in the boss. Here we go, achieved. So, yeah, let's place the modifier there. Let's sell this and let's sell this. Maybe I can just place a matrix one instead. So no armored should be spawned in this way. Boss speed reduction. Here also not placing any miners. So I have a room here. I could place something else there, potentially. Anyway, for the moment, just keep it like that. And now what I should be focusing on, I think the crushers. Maybe just all these miners here level 3, especially the ones that are close to the modifiers. Go. And then I'm gonna wait for when the energy is almost maxed out. So when it's almost close to 30, so in that way I can use 15 overloads. I can have 15 energy and then generating, so that I can use smoke bomb, which is 3 energy more. That should be 12, and then I can use like 2 loops. I think that is gonna be good. Or maybe I can just wait to use loop and then to use it later on. Again, to just maximize the resources. We go level 10 here. 5. Let's go level 5, I guess. All these miners. I'm generating lots of coins anyway. Oh, you know what? I can go here for another freezing. So in that way the boss will be slowed even in this top left corner, which I can't reach with this freezing, see? But I will be able to with this other one. So I guess that is gonna be ideal. Alright, good. Let's just max this inferior in the left. Why not? And again, just more coins. Again, at this stage of the game, you really need lots of coins because you're gonna get a lots of miners to operate all of them. But again, the fact that you're generating so many enemies means that you're also getting tons and tons of coins through the enemies. Let's go for this here. Alright, level 10, this inferior. Let's go for level 10 on the other one, right? And let's go also for this other freezing down here as well. Very good. More speed. Yeah, because I'm actually trying to farm inferior, so let's just try to upgrade these miners as much as I can. Splash is almost hitting this other side, but again, I'm spawning healers, so it shouldn't be a problem for the boss. I shouldn't be really damaging that much. I still have the HP here, bar. And I think healers are spawned by a Vector, right? Vector is the one that spawns healers every now and then. Maybe even Matrix. Yeah, Matrix also. Matrix spawns healers. Yeah, also Vector. So yeah, I have many different sources of healers in case I may need to refill the boss HP. So 21 energy and going. I can also get this miner down. Oh yeah, just max them all out, right? Why not? The one in the right side, maybe not maxing them out, because again, I don't want to have too many enemies that are so close to getting through my splash. Because I have max research, this splash should be strong enough, even on level 5, to handle these enemies. When I see that they start getting more HP, they're tougher, I can just always get one more level, and one more level, and then slowly increasing. Also, the boss should slowly get to the top, to the bottom. Yeah, so that should also be good. And a little bit of lag here happening, but that's to be expected. And so I'm not spawning any Scatter here because again, Scatter produces armored. I don't like that, and also not any Tensor because also Tensor spawns armored. So in this way, I have no armored in the screen. And again, armored just makes this particular level to be that much tougher. It's insanely harder with armor because it just increases all the defenses on the enemies around it. And so yeah, let's just go for this. I can also increase the speed, the damage, sorry, from the core. That's also something that I can use to my advantage. And just to make sure that I see where the boss is, let's see the head. Should be around this area, the head of the boss. Yeah, here. You can see it every now and then. And the more the gameplay goes on, even though I'm not actually spawning, I'm not increasing the speed of the miners, right? All the miners are still spawning the same enemies, but because it takes more time for me to kill them, sometimes the enemies can stack up, and so that's when the lag gets created. But yeah, this looks okay. So my energy is level 30 now. Can I risk it? How many? If I have mind inside, 7,000, 7,000. Maybe I can wait for 10,000 inside. Then I can use the overloads. I can also unlock this damage right now. I mean, I'm stacking lots of coins here. You know what? Oh, yeah, I know what to do. I can actually do with Gauss. Yeah, I can double the time of these miners by using Gauss. So, yeah, I have forgot about that. I can also do this. Double time. Here we go with the ultimate. Just on the bottom one, it's fine. Double time, even more enemies, of course. But this is the only way in which you can increase the miners' time on this level, because there are no portals. So 1 hour and 20, yeah, it's more than enough. And let's also do it on the other side. Here. I also got a bit of research on Gauss, so it should be pretty strong. Should also level up quickly. Okay, here's some enemies sneaking through, so just getting Splash will be more upgraded. Again, around 1 hour and 30 is more than enough. Here. 1 hour and 20, yeah. There we go. Boom. So are we ready for the... Am I ready for the overloads here? Once I use overloads though, I mean, I can use the smoke bomb on the very last portion here of the game. But I don't have that much maximum DPS though. So that's also another issue. Maybe, you know what? I can just wait for the boss to be closer to the bottom side. So the tail of the boss is right here, right? So it's almost outside the range of Splash. So I can maybe just wait the boss to be further away from Splash so I can get a level 10. I can go for the ultimate. So in that way I don't damage the boss too much. And then I can go for the overloads. So in that way I can generate a lot of maximum DPS, and then I can use smoke bombs by exploding that amount. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, these miners now are way above 10,000, but again, I'm waiting here for the boss to move a little bit closer to the bottom. It's still been slowed down, because again, the fact that you can exploit this level is that overloads do not end, kind of. So they last indefinitely. Yeah, the tail is right here, I can see it. Tail is here. So let's just get already the splash level 10. My maximum damage, the boss is outside this range, so it should be fine. All the crushers are max level, my freezings are almost max level. Again, that's not really that relevant anyway. Okay. So 21 million maximum DPS, yeah, kind of not that high, I guess. But the longer you wait, the more HP the enemies get. So like overloads, it's kind of harder to make it use of it. So let's go for this. And yeah, let's just go for it. The boss is here in the bottom, almost on the bottom right side. So I guess that should be fine. I'm spawning some healers, so yeah, let's try to go for it. Let's go for 15 overloads here. Let's go for loop here and loop here. Again, 17,000, it's fine in terms of amount of resources inside. Then I can always use it again and then use a smoke bomb. Now also I wanna activate this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, lots of lag though. Maximum DPS, is it increasing? Oh wow, it's not even increasing. Let's go for maximum damage here. Yeah, here we go. Now it's good. Now it's good. 50 million, 52 million. Okay, I hope that's enough. I have almost 10 energy inside. Yeah, 10 energy. So, is it better to use Smoke Bomb here or down here? So I can split kind of the enemies. Maybe down here, right? So let's go like this. Alright. Of course, toxic enemies will be able to sneak through. The amount of damage from Smoke Bomb is enough to one-shot the enemies. But then they are the ones coming from this particular miner. Did I already consume loop? Wait, what? Really? Was it consumed instantly? Yeah, I think it was consumed instantly because I didn't see it lasting that long. Lots of lag though. Yeah, maybe this position is not that best. Maybe it might be best to go for like Smoke Bomb, maybe here in the middle, right? I still have 30 seconds. Yeah, lots of lag though. Let's go, so this miner max out, level 10. I could potentially, right now, I don't really care about armored, so I could go for the other miners. Yeah, here we go, overload. Smoke was finished. Yeah, let's place it here in the middle. Let's see what happens here if I place it in the middle. Yeah, the lag is crazy though. The boss is down there. It's still pretty healthy, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, can I go any faster? Even if I look on the other side of the screen? No. It looks like the speed isn't affected. Yeah, here we go. It has ended. So let's place it again. A bit further on the top side, just so that I can destroy the enemies coming from this miner right away. Yeah, I can almost self-sustain the smoke bombs. Unfortunately, I thought that loop would last longer, but I guess that I'm running so many Infer here so quickly that's why it's not a loop was just instantly consumed. But I can't really afford here to use loop, because again, if I use 6 energy for loop, I will probably then not have enough to keep using a smoke bomb over and over. Okay, let's just refresh it right away. Wow, look at that, the enemies, the color, it's very cool, right? I mean, I could have placed even a Gauss there to increase the mining speed of these miners. But yeah, whatever. I mean, the most important resource I need to mine is actually Infer. That's the bonus I'm trying to get, not really other resources. I'm gonna still mine the other resources a little bit. Actually, you know what? Oh yeah, that's true. I can actually, because I don't care about like, yeah, here we go. Because I don't care about the other resources, I don't know why I actually placed the other miners. Probably placed them because I wanted to generate coins early on, but then right now I have tons of coins. So yeah, my bad. I don't know. That was dumb by me. Why was I spawning so many enemies when I didn't have to? Right? I'm just focusing here on Infer. So maybe I can place the next smoke bomb right here. So in that way I can just destroy all these enemies super quickly. And I cannot have them suck up. Oh, maybe that was bad. Yeah, I need another one up there. Yeah, that was bad. I placed it and some enemies were able to sneak through. I had to use 2 rather than just 1. But at least the gameplay is much smoother now. There is no lag, so that's good. Ready to replace it. Yeah, I think I can still go a couple more of time. like this. Should be able to almost use all of them. Maybe just 5 more, because I might run out of energy. If I just instantly place them again, I might run out of energy. So I can place it a little bit further to the right side though. Okay, here, like that. I hope my splash can handle these enemies. Yeah, okay, good. My max DPS has even increased a little bit more. Now 58.9, which seems to be decent. I'm still killing most of these enemies, almost one-shotting them. So maybe a little further towards the top here, towards the center, so maybe here, smoke bomb. And boom, another one. Yeah, just like that. We'll just keep going. Let's see how much info I can generate in this time. And then I'm gonna just end the gameplay. The core is still receiving some. Oh, the boss is here now. Is the boss immune to the smoke bomb? No, I think it's not, right? Yeah, he's not immune. But considering I will eventually run out of smoke bombs and of energy, I think I can... yeah, maybe let's just wait. Let's just place it up here. Maybe I should have placed it down there to have a little bit less enemies, but I don't want to instantly kill the boss right now. And you know what? My splash is even useless. I mean, it's still killing some enemies, but it's not really that important. Yeah, I placed this freezing too late, that's why the boss is able to walk on top of them. Yeah, here we go, just like that. I think it's better. There is still a little bit of lag, but not that much. Yeah, 3 more smoke bombs. Yeah, I should be able to keep placing them. So 4 energy, generating 5. So I guess I'm gonna just place it right there. Exact same spot. As soon as the other one ends. Boom. Good. For energy, good. Yeah, I should be able to use these smoke bombs until the very end. The boss is right there, so it should be... I can maybe move it a bit closer towards the top side here. Like that. Okay. Also, because this freezing should now be active and should actually slow down the boss again, because it is level 3. So actual gameplay time here, it's already 1 hour and 5 in game. Okay, not bad. How many info so far? 290,000, 292,000. Yeah, not bad. And the last smoke bomb. And I can even use loop now on the one in the left. Boom, loop. So mine these extra resources. I hope I will be able to mine them in time. But yeah, very likely I will not. Because it's like... it will not last enough. And some of the things that I could try here to do is either ball lightning, but I'm very sure that there's so many enemies that ball lightning is not good. Maybe generating here a bit more of maximum DPS with these enemies. But yeah, this is gonna be my demise. Maximum DPS here. Please? No? Okay. Yeah, 2 ball lightning. Yeah, as you see here, just too many enemies. Yeah, that's it. It's fine. I mined as far as I could. So let's see. I got total 1 million of extra info. It's not even that much. And then 667. Yeah, it wasn't even that great. I think in other levels I've been able to mine much more. Just because of the mechanics of Super 3 that I couldn't mine anymore. I mean, I could have placed the other miners, but I would have spawned the armored enemies, which wouldn't make the gameplay harder. So I guess that was fine. And now the bonuses are reset. You can see here, they're different. And nice, the bid dust bonus is on stage 4.2, so that should be perfect for me to actually show you how to farm bid dust on an actual level using the bonus loot, which is different from the cast map, right? So here we go. Opening all this. I mean, I didn't got that many bid dust, but I got some. So maybe I can do like a couple of upgrades now that got more inferior. Right here, right? So 240, let's see how much I can get. And I even have 2 research tickets. So I can use one research ticket right now. Let's just keep one for the very last level here, which probably is going to be the most expensive one. So just 2 more levels, here we go, nice. Yeah, good. I can probably have another one of these ones, right? But again, no green peppers. And yeah, let's just show how I farm bid this. Now, this is how I farm bid this using the level bonus on stages that are not, the cast map or 6.3. You use again the mechanic of letting the timer run, but having the double time, very, very important. And you play also on 100% difficulty. So these enemies are super tough. And that's why you don't really play for that long. Normally you exhaust the loot much more quickly, and so it shouldn't be an issue. These abilities should be fine. In this case, you're not going to need loop of overload, so you can exchange them for other abilities in case you might want to. Here the most important ability will be most likely Ball Lightning to do just some additional damage, probably Smoke Bomb as well. Yeah, especially those two. I also have the other ones in case I might need some global ability, but yeah. And how you do it is like you activate the loot icons. And now in this particular level, let's see. Again, you don't care about farming here. You don't care about resources. You just care about placing your towers and making them strong enough. Just take a look at the portal. You can see here that because of this portal, I'm going to go with one anti-air. Very, very important to do a lot of damage. With a scatter modifier here, giving experience, so that this anti-air will level up super quickly. Then here again, same thing. I will use a miner. Okay, I can place one here for these 3 towers. Then maybe here I can just go for a crusher, right? Oh no, maybe just freezing. Yeah, so crusher. Splash and a basic. Yeah, that should be good. Again, 2 modifiers there. And enemies are forced to go this way around, which is fine. I can do one other modifier here. Freezing, so the enemies have to go on this path, so I should be able to attack them again. And yeah, that's it. So the tower's upgraded here. Again, you call the time and just take a look at the number, and you always try to have this active, but without having too many enemies, right? Like that. Normally I use this one on 2 seconds left, because otherwise it might be that because waves take actually longer than on cast maps to be spawned, then you might not have enough time for the whole wave to come out. So just at 2 seconds here. Boom, 2 seconds, and so forth. Here we go, very important here. Here, upgrading this minus a bit more, why not? Strong, again, let's just go for some bounties here. Increase a bit the income. The bounties with 100% portals are super expensive. Because here, the second one, it costs 2,500 already. But it can increase a bit your income in this early game. Yeah, here we go right now. And whenever you see that you're struggling, yeah, let's get some more coins here. Ultimate, power. So you know the drill. You know pretty much which abilities are best. And I always take a look here at the loot. When the loot becomes only legendary, that's when I click auto wave. And again, it should be instant auto wave. So in that way, you destroy all these enemies as quick as you can. And yeah, that's how to do it. Maybe I can place one there. I'm gonna place 3 bounties. I think I will not go more than 3 because like they're just too expensive, and I may need to start upgrading also these towers. So I'm gonna just get them all level 3 here, I guess, like that. Good. Freezing towers in level up much more quickly than other towers. Again, just also because of their how the level 3 works, and the fact that they gain a lot more experience. So I think maybe I got now only legendary. Let me check again. No, still some epic. Maybe now. Level 5. Let's see. You're not in a rush, so even, yeah, just wait for the loot to be only legendary. If you still spawn some epic, just wait. There isn't a rush or anything. Yeah, here we go, now. So it's the auto wave, remember? Now here normally I just max out basic very quickly, because again, basic deals a tons of damage. And so that should be good. I normally always get the freezings also maxed out, and then anti-air. So in that way I can have, even though I don't even have anti-air research a lot, but yeah, still very good against flying enemies, and it's strong. I can get some more modifiers, I guess, here, so that I can give them more experience to these towers, make them level up faster. And well, because your goal here is to obtain loot, yeah, just go like that, you know, insta auto wave, boom, destroying all these enemies. You just want to have some other of these towers, or just this setup, to again have utility, right? You make your towers level up, they're stronger, or you force the enemies not to cut short, because remember, on endless, enemies will always try to find the shortest route to your base, so make sure that you do that. Here, yeah, just max out splash here, this crusher, and yeah, actually here I got below the efficiency here on my bounties, but anyway, should be good. I can even place here another, like I can do something of this sort. Yeah, can have another freezing down here that can actually level up, so I can have another percentage damage, more snowballs, you know. And you keep playing here with this setup until you exhaust all the loot. It should happen relatively quick, especially on levels which are pretty higher in terms of portal difficulty, like above 1400, you know. And so yeah, it should be pretty quick. And yeah, once you see the loot not coming anymore, that's when you just want to click home, you know, and end the gameplay. I don't recommend here to use like overload. You can use a loop if you want to increase into the resources, and therefore to just make your towers a lot more, because you're just doubling the resources, this amount of resources. But you don't really need it for all the towers. Like there's some towers which, for example, here in this case freezing, I'm giving it a bit of experience, but even if it doesn't gain all of that one, it doesn't matter, because again, I'm only gaining here a bit of poison, lightning bonus, and like the freezing speed. So yeah. So I can actually, I want to do this. So I want to place a search modifier so that this basic has more range. Should be almost able to attack the enemies as they come out. So hopefully that should help in cleaning up. Now here I normally also take a look at the quest. Well, the quest I could complete here. So there is a money spent quest, which I can do pretty easily. Vector quest also I can do easily. So let's do the vector one. I think I should have a vector up here, right? Yeah. Yeah, it should be super fast. And then money spent, which I can just place on a Gauss. I can just upgrade it, sell it, and that should be it. Or you just repeat the process until you get it done. That's the vector quest. Right, yeah. Boom. Okay, good. Done it. And yeah, the other ones I can't do because, again, these enemies are super tough. And I'm already have the towers which are able to handle them and to destroy them very quickly. And I don't wanna change that. Also because I don't have much research on minigun especially, but even sniper. So I don't think they could actually get enough damage to destroy the enemies, to kill them. Most of my damage here is coming from basic. Basic is the one that's doing most of the damage. Then second damage I think comes from splash. Then probably crusher is the third. It's just because enemies are killed before they can even be taken by crusher. So that's why it's not doing any damage. And then of course anti-air for the flying enemies. Yeah, so just keep going here. Remember, you see the loot. When the loot stops appearing, that's it. And that's how I approach this farming business on any level that is a custom map or a 6.3. And it's actually pretty efficient, as I said before. If you have these bonuses of business that spawn on stages from 4 onwards, because of the portal difficulty here, that it's pretty high, you actually get the more business per second than the strategy I showed you before on custom maps. Yeah. So again, here having the loot icons active is very important, because that way you can tell exactly when the loot is gonna stop appearing. You see the legendary loot dropping, especially you also need it to see the change of loot becoming more rare and eventually becoming only legendary. So that you know that's the threshold where you just need to start. Okay, so it's also getting closer and closer to level 150, so that's good. They are getting to the maximum level. And when that happens, I can always sell this experience miner. I can play something else. Maybe attack speed, maybe more damage. Yeah, probably damage. Maybe better. 53% chance to ignite this level. Yeah, it's pretty decent. You can see that even flying enemies, even helis that normally have millions of HP and are quite tough to destroy, but they're killed so quickly by anti-air, even if it's not even maxed out on research, and my splash, which is actually maxed out. So here, basic has reached maximum experience, splash is getting closer, crusher also, so maybe I can do this change. I can just do this, so I can give experience only to splash. Right, good. Another damage modifier, again, just to make basic to do more damage. Damage multiplier is affected by damage, so that's why you want to get it as high as possible. And then I can go for attack speed here in the case of splash. It also benefits because of the projectiles. So more attack speed means higher chance of creating the spikes. No. And then actually here I can go for even power. And then just having one final modifier on this miner that I placed. Again, I could have upgraded a little bit more, I didn't, but I could have done that one as well, even here. Even this one. Like this, for example, I could have gone at level 10, but it's not really needed. You're farming here a bit this. Of course, if you can farm at the same time some additional resources is good. But yeah, your main goal is actually bid this. Alice, hi, welcome to the stream. So you say that you're likely looking at 1 hour back. Okay, welcome to the stream. When you say you use anti-air for 6.3, yeah, exactly, because I was using Matrix as a way to generate enemies, generate coins. Yes, here we go. Sorry, just interrupt you because see that I'm not generating any more loot. I've exhausted it. So that means it's time to end the game. It's very simple when you farm on these particular levels, which give the bonuses. The duration, it's depending on the level, sometimes it's going to be higher, sometimes it's going to be lower. But you can see that in one time, I earned 15.1 thousand abidas. And so if you could remember the gameplay before, like in 2 minutes and how much it was? 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Like just suppose it was 2 minutes and 5 seconds. I earned 3,200, 3,300 bidas. And here in 10 minutes and 42, I earned 15.1. Now in this particular case, it's very close. So it's almost the same. But if you go to other levels, and if the bonus spawns on other levels, you can see that it was actually it's actually more. You earn like 17,000, 18,000 BDs in like 9 minutes, which make it to be more efficient. So yeah, that's what I said before. And again, I don't know why the bonus is again on 4.2, even though I played for a ton of time there, and it should have reset. Or maybe because it wasn't 1 hour. It wasn't 1 complete hour, it was less than that. Let's see, it was 42 minutes actually. But yeah, anyway, that's it. So yeah, Kalis, sorry, as I explained before, I use Matrix because I wanted to spawn more enemies, get more coins, but also to spawn flying enemies, because then I could use anti-air to destroy those enemies, place the mines, and then be able to keep to kill the other enemies, even when they got more and more HP. So that's something that I used, and you can even check it on my series, and the huge impact that this has. So you can use these mines through the ultimate, right, to then be able to do lots of damage in a big area to the other enemies. And so that's why I was using lots of Matrix, spawning flying enemies and then using anti-air. So that was the idea. Yeah, it's mostly to have that way in which you connect level 10 with the ultimate. You make the mines and then you do tons and tons of damage, because it's damage related to the enemy's HP, a percentage. So that's why it's so powerful. Let me just actually, now that I'm talking about it, let's get again 1 level, and then the last one here. Boom, starting coins maxed out. Actually, I think it's one probably of the upgrades which it's the most expensive of all the upgrades, because it's such a high, so many levels. And now here it looks like I'm also missing some of these experience blueprints. So let me just very quickly change that. 1500 might be enough. Yeah, I think it's enough. So yeah, no problem. I'm here for more clarification. If you have any more questions, let me just know. Yeah, 70,000 should be more than enough. So that's one thing completed. Good. Actually, let's go here for maximum anti-air from the level 10 and then the ultimate, and then you're gonna see why it's so strong. There we go, the ability. Normally I use the second ability and the first, because like the third I really have stopped using it. I've seen that increasing the percentage, the burning damage is not really that great. So yeah, I've stopped using the third ability. I always use the second and the first. Let's go here, level 30 burning time. Yeah, let's just max it out, I guess. It's a pretty decent tower. Oh wait, let's go for attack speed. Should be less levels. Max level is level 50. Instead, damage it gonna go up to level 100, so it's gonna be way more with this. All right, here we go. So that's how I farm beat this, you know, on any level. Again, if you play for more than 1 hour in these particular levels, the bonuses will change. So let me very quick again, maybe do the Infer one. Yeah, because it's times 4, it's on 4.1. So in that way, the beat this bonus will change again. Let's see here, yeah. So let's do that again on the. Normally, when you're farming resources, you want to decrease the endless difficulty. I've tried different setups here with different levels of endless difficulty to see, because overload gives more mining speed bonus compared to the percentage. So the higher it is, the more it gives. But the enemies also get a huge bonus on HP, and I've seen that it's just not worth it. If you go on even like a 300% difficulty, enemies get like triple HP pretty much. That's the idea. So portals are 3 times more harder, and even though you gain a little bit more of mining speed, it's just not good. It's just not really significant, and it makes enemies a lot tougher. So in my opinion, it's always best to do this farming resources on levels using the bonus level bonuses on the lowest difficulty possible. So yeah, you still have a pretty decent overload bonus, especially at 100 and when you use 15 overloads, but it's still good enough to then have the enemies not that strong, and so it's just easier. Just farm again Infer, because I'm gonna need it. Yeah, I need loop, so let's just refresh that one. Now here, Inferior, I can definitely farm it here. 1. Yeah, this is not actually the best level because I don't have that many platforms close to this miner, so I cannot really place that many modifiers. I have 1 here, which is split, no modifiers, no platforms close to it. 1 here, again, split, many resources inside, only 1 platform, and then 1 here, which has, again, split and 2 platforms. So yeah, that's not good. Unfortunately, this is not a good level for Inferior, but I'll try to make the most out of it. I just need, again, I'm going to use the same strategy as I did before, right? So remember, Crusher. Actually, let's go for a basic here. Freezing. Yeah, maybe here better. Yeah, freezing. Then there are some flying enemies, so I'm going to go for an anti-air. Let me check though. But Crusher has... Yeah, because I will not be using Crusher. Very likely. Here. Here. And just in case here. Okay. Another splash here. Okay. That should be... Maybe no. Maybe another basic. Okay, that should be fine, I guess. That should be fine. Again, I don't care about the loot now. I just care about resources. So let's go for this setup. I'm gonna go for tons of bounties, of course. Early on. These towers are super strong. They shouldn't struggle at all against these enemies. So I can just focus on the bounties. I'm gonna try to place as many as I can. Probably I'm gonna place at least 7. So I have 3 placed. Yeah, here. Just like that. Another one. 27. Yeah, another one. Yeah, 1 freezing is enough. I mean, I could place here the other... yeah, the other Inferior right there. But it's just too many resources, I know. I don't like it, but whatever. Better than nothing. So I place 5, right? So 5, let's go for 2 more. Here. And maybe again here. Just making the path a bit longer. And bounties, the more you place, the more expensive it becomes. Let's go for level 3 here. All these towers, I guess. Power. Always go for power on basic. Here. Good. So that's 7 bounties. Yeah, because the 8th one is already 13.7 thousand coins, and I think it's just too many coins. And you end up just delaying too much upgrading the miners. So of course the miner that I'm gonna max out is this one, which is farming only Inferior. Even if it only has 1 modifier, it's the one that's gonna be mining the fastest of the Inferior. I'm gonna get all the other miners to level 3 at least. But then, yeah, I'm gonna just go for this one. I'm gonna just max it out. This is the one I'm gonna prioritize. Always take a look at the energy. Once you get close to 15, that's when you use the overloads. All 15 of them. Alright, 6.6. Yeah, I almost remember at memory the cost. Level 7 is 6600, then level 8 is 8100. The level 9 is like 11,000, and then 14,000 the last one. I've played it so many times. I've upgraded it so many times. Now this anti-air should definitely be a lot stronger. I can actually make it level up a bit faster if I do this. Oh, it's 8800, yeah, not 81, 8800. So damage here, first 2 abilities. As I said before, this extra 50% burning damage, unfortunately, is not as good as it looks, or at least as I thought it would be. Especially once you get your tower to be a lot stronger. Yeah, it's not best. Now you can see here with maximum stats the maximum stats on Endless, on the abilities, you can see that my level 10 makes 69% damage based on their max HP. So 69% of their enemy's max HP is caused by the explosion. And then on top of that, there is an additional 88.5% damage from the mines once you get it. So these mines right here are doing 69% damage plus 88.5% of that 69. So it's like, I don't know how much that is, but it's definitely like 130, 140,000, 140 percent damage from the explosion, which is insane. So here, because I was talking, I forgot to use overload, but I'm gonna do it right now anyway. Here we go, just making sure I don't lose, and I destroy still the enemies very quick. And again, once you have around 7.5, 8,000 resources, that's when you can start using loop as well on the miners. Here we go, boom. And with each loop usage, of course, you're gonna generate more resources. As soon as one loop ends, you wanna go for the other one. Now here is 25, here is 20, but only 3 resources. Which is best though? I think it might be this one, yeah. So let's go for this second miner to upgrade it. Remember, refresh loop as soon as the other one ends, and just keep going like that. Here we go. Maybe maxing this basic. Level 7 here, level 7 as well. Everything level 7. Yeah. And then upgrading this one. My bounties here, max efficiency, 33,000. 3,300. 100 coins. Once I get again around 5,000 inferior inside this other miner, so when it's gonna be close to max it, I'm also gonna start using loop on this one. So always remember, check the previous miner, because again, loop is exhausted very quickly. Once you have 15 overloads, you're increasing mining speed by 1100%, and so like the total mining speed is quite high. So boom again. 11,000. Yeah, it's getting close actually. I'm gonna start using loop also on this other miner as well. It's level 8, it's fine. Of course it's gonna increase all the resources mined, but it's good at this stage to start getting it. Here we go, boom. Nice, so just check the 2 miners, and then I'm gonna still have the other one. This anti-air is leveling up very nicely indeed. 37.7, it's 17,000. There we go, boom. One more level. And again, normally I keep playing until I either like have already, I can have a total like 3 million inferior or something like that, or when I run out of loop. Now I don't have any more loop, so I cannot keep having the extra resources, and of course that's when the efficiency like gets lower, and that's when you just want to stop the game. No enemies should be able to sneak through, because again, your towers at this stage, my towers are super strong, so nothing of that worry. Again here, remember loop, as soon as it's exhausted, boom, refresh it. So let's go for this freezing now maxed out. Let's go for this inferior also maxed out. 17.5, yeah, here we go, level 10. I still have one more that I can upgrade. Yeah, this one. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just max out my towers, so that again I'm always killing these enemies very quickly. Now something that I also do once I have enough time inside the miners is that I stop the auto wave button. So I just let the timer run. So in that way, these enemies are like I'm not spawning them in enemies, and so yes, they're gaining HP, and because of loop, not loot of overload, the HP is increased almost by 10 times. But because I have already stacked inside some double time, right? These miners, they keep mining and they keep getting resources. And so yeah, that's normally what I do. Around like after wave 120, 130, I stop using the other wave and I just let all the timer run out. And yeah, so this is just another trick. So in that way, I still earning resources, but I don't progress that quickly through the game. So I don't make the enemies to become that strong. And I still have here a quest I could complete. Money spent on towers. And I also have this last miner that I could also increase a little bit more to gain a little bit more inferior. But it's the one that I'm gonna focus the least because it's like, yeah, lowest amount of resources earned so far. Another loop here, boom. Nice. Let's max out also this one. Also Crusher, why not, just in case it might be needed. So all my main towers are maxed out. This miner has accomplished its purpose, so I can just sell it right now. You wanna place mostly the resource that you're farming. Of course, you can go for other miners, other resources, but it's just up to you. You know, you don't have to. Let's get also all these precincts level 7, so I can get some passive experience, and maybe I can start leveling them up. And again, just always check the loop amount that is still inside. So maybe I can go for another freezing, for example, right here, right? Level 7. I can go for a modifier right there. Yeah. And so far I've mined 169,000 inferior, and counting. And remember that the bonus is 4 times, so that amount that you see is going to be multiplied by 4. As I said before, like this particular level is not the best to farm inferior, again, because you don't have that many platforms close to the miners. And so you cannot really increase it by a lot, the mining speed, because of the modifiers. And also the miners themselves, you're going to be mining also other resources, which you don't need, but because the miners are already built in such a way. And so yeah, many things which make this level not ideal to farm inferior, but again, you can just exploit it to your advantage. And normally I play like a little bit more than 1 hour. Normally it's like 1 hour and 10, 1 hour and 5 and 10 in game time. Sometimes even more, depending on the level itself. If I see that it's a very good level, that I'm getting lots of resources, then I play a bit longer. If it's not, then I play for a bit less. And yeah, I can get just this miner. I think I'm gonna get level 7 and that's it. I'm not gonna get it any further. It's fine. Like I'm mining so little inferior here. It's just sad. It's very sad. At least here it's like 25 of each, right? So they're all increasing together. But here is 20, and then it's like 40 matrix and 40 scalar. So it's like way lower. All right. And yeah, that's it. With these coins I'm generating right now, I don't know what to do. I mean, I could sell some of these bounties right now that I need less the coins to gain this flat amount. That could get maybe one more level here. I know. Have plenty of time inside these miners. So I don't care about that. I could still go on without calling the next waves for another like 59 minutes, and we'll still have the double time, so the double mining speed. This one is only 39 minutes, so it's a bit less because I place it later on, but still, it's the one that I care the least amount. Yeah, let's go for power here. In this case, I don't need the coins. So here, loop. Okay, refresh it. 187 and counting, so maybe one more loop here on this one, and when this one is going to be exhausted, it should be like around 300,000 inferior, maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'm going to just stop the game there. I'm going to use also one more loop here. Now generating the snowballs. There is also a change on the 1.9 patch now that depending on how many snowballs you have in the screen, the snowballs increases. See here, the accumulation time increases by 5%. So if you have 10 snowballs in the screen, the 11th one that is generated, it's loaded already by 50%. And actually this can keep increasing until you generate the snowballs so slowly that yeah, it's super slow. So yeah, that's also a change that they did. So in that way we cannot use the stun, you know, from the snowball so much. But I think also the same enemy cannot be stunned by a snowball for like more than two times. I think is the maximum, 2 or 3 times. Then it like becomes immune, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I can go for the quest here on the money spent on towers. Yeah, here we go. Nice. I don't care about the cannon quest. I'm not gonna do it right now. Yeah, just slowly, you know. I mean, I could potentially get loop even on this last inferior here. Why not? Just to increase it. Because I very likely I will not play for that much longer. It's already getting, yeah, 58 minutes. I don't think I will be playing that much more. This level is not the best. So I want to probably gain a total of like maybe 400,000 inferior to then be able to have a total of like 1.6 million inferior with the bonuses, and that's it. I don't think I want to play any longer here. It's not really ideal. It's not a good level to farm inferior. Here, for example, I can sell this and I can buy this upgrade. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I have, let's see the total here, 340,000. So yeah, when I'm gonna get around 400,000, I'm gonna just stop. Again, I want to gain, I mean, a decent amount of inferior. You know, 1.6 is not bad, but this is not a good level for inferior specifically, to farm inferior. Even for the general resources, because you see that you can only place like 1 or at most 2. You have 2 platforms close to the miner. And so again, that means that you cannot generate experience, right? You cannot give experience to the towers. You cannot place more than 1 modifier, mining speed modifier, and so like it's not good. Like the sources placed like this, I mean, it's not the best. So let's go for this miner here. Here, boom, that's it. So Uriel here asks, do you have a specific schedule for your live streams? I don't normally, because I generally try to stream on Saturdays, because it's the day where I'm mostly free, like in the afternoon, not really until late evening, because sometimes I have the church activities, right? I have the youth meeting with the other people, and so I normally have that later in the evening. And so, for example, at this hour, I couldn't be streaming because I would be there in the church. But then I try to stream like normally earlier on, like at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. So yeah, normally that's what I do on Saturdays. And sometimes I do it on Sundays, because again, it's another way, it's another day where at the afternoon, evening, I'm a little bit more free. And then in the week is very tough because of my work and because of just overall everything that comes with it, you know, the activities. I even have to, I'm doing theology right now, you know, the online courses, and so that also needs preparation, needs time, needs things I need to do. So I just cannot have that much free time as I would want it. So yeah, 420,000 already. In theory, it's more than enough. It's 113 minutes. So loop here has also been exhausted. Here is still counting. So maybe I'm gonna just wait until the loop inside is like only at 50,000, and then I'm gonna just end the gameplay. And that's gonna be it. So this now Physics level 10. Some of them have reached level 20 here, so that's good. And here we go. Loop. Exhausted. Boom. End the game. Should be around 1.7 million in here. Let's see. 1.3 million here plus 437,000. So yeah, around that. A little bit more than 1.7 million. And yeah, that's how I do it for resources. You know, I already showed you the other one on 6.3, but again, 6.3 has unique mechanics. On an actual level, again, reduce the endless difficulty and then just play as I did, focusing on overload, focusing on loop, and just maximizing the resources that you have to get. Alright, so now what I was farming here, I was farming damage for anti-air, right? I was trying to max this out. I didn't really got that many bidders, so that's why I only was able to get a couple of upgrades, but anyway, that's good. And I think that's gonna be it for the stream, guys. I'm sorry that not many people connected, and so not many people join in the stream, but I hope that many of you can watch it afterwards, you know. Again, as I said before, at this stage the game is kind of just farming and exploring the fact you're farming, getting tons of loot, tons of bidders, exploring also the game, you know, what the game offers to you, and I just experiment, you know, at this stage. So this is very good. Here I got actually a 2.5 bidders bonus on 6.4 on this level, which again should be pretty decent in terms of towers, right? I can place. It has a core here, which only for Gauss and Crusher, right? It doesn't really give that much more. But definitely I should be able to have my towers here placed and everything that is going to allow me to have enough damage to survive longer and to just have the no hartante. Sorry about that. But my dad just it's a goofy goof. Anyway, yeah, this level could be decent for bidders because again, I think I can set up my towers pretty good, and I can even make my Crusher and my Gauss to be even stronger. So yeah, that might be the next level where I'm gonna farm bidders. But anyway, that was it, guys. That was the stream. Thank you for joining in. And yeah, I hope you liked it, you know, and have a nice weekend. God bless you and stay well. Bye bye.